Problem 8, which is exercise 13.9 in your text, is the quintessential accounting problem. Here's where the goals of the company and the goals of the manager are misaligned. And this happens. And this is a real good example of that. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Derek, this fellow Derek's the manager, okay? And his annual pay raises are determined by his division's return on investment, which has been above 20%. So that's kind of his benchmark. However, the company has a discount rate of 15%, and the project would operate and produce net operating income. So here's the deal. If they go through with this, if it makes money, and it will, we'll show that in a minute, the company would want to do it. But does it make enough money for Derek to want to do it? So here's the facts. And what we have to do is we have to be prepared to put out $3 million now, 5-year life, so it's an annuity, and no salvage value. So we're going to have a regular stream of cash flows for 5 years. So we're going to have to go to our handy dandy present value table. 5 years, 15%, and we come up with a factor of 3.352. That's the factor we need to value the annuities. So, let me write that down before I forget it. Yeah, I've already forgot it. 3.352. If that wasn't the number I said earlier, that's the new present value factor. I just made it up. Okay, so let's take a look. They're the facts they've given us. I just took the facts from this page and copied them over. Okay. So the present value of the equipment for right now is 1, because we're going to spend 100% of it right now, so that's $3 million. Now we're going to get each year $2.5 million in sales. They told us that. Okay. And they told us there's going to be some out-of-pocket expenses. So we bring in those out-of-pocket expenses, okay? Advertising and other out-of-pocket expenses. We're going to ignore depreciation. We have $600,000. So we have the variable expense of $1 million, $600,000. So $900,000 will be the cash flows at the end of each year for 5 years. So we need to ask ourselves, what is the present value of $900,000 for 5 years at 15%? And that factor is 3.352. And I just double checked, that is the number. 3.352. So that gives us a total of $3,016,000. $3,016,800. So the net present value of this project, from the company's point of view, is $16,800. The company would want to do that. At the end of the project, the company is $16,800 richer. From the company's point of view, that's a let's go for it. Let's take a look at the rate of return. The simple rate of return here, based on the net operating expenses, the net operating income. I'm getting tired. $300,000 net operating income. So we take our $300,000 net operating income. That's the net income that can be identified or traced to this machine, which cost us $3 million, which gives us a 10% return. The company would still do that. It doesn't say that the 15% is a required return. It's what they prefer, it's what they pay, it's what they use for decision making. But 10% is positive, and they will make $16,800. However, Derek's department or Derek's division has normally been returning 20%. If you bring in a project that's going to return 10%, that's going to kill his average and may kill his bonus. Maybe not, but it may. And this is a classic example of where there's a misalignment between the decision maker and the entity for whom he or she is making decisions. And this happens way more frequently than you would think. There is not always perfect alignment between what's best for the company and what's best for the decision maker.